Hello and welcome to your first Joomla tutorial. Today we're going to talk about editing an article in Joomla. The first place we want to start is there's two ways we can edit articles. There's one in the front end. The front end of your site is the area of your site that everybody sees. Another way to edit articles is in the administrative back end, and we're going to talk about that in our next tutorial. The easiest thing to do when you want to edit an article is just find on your site where your login area is. At this site we're going to be working on the tontomedia.com website. On our site we have a login area on the front page. So we're just going to go ahead and log in. And then we're going to edit the services page. So we're just going to go ahead and navigate to that page. And if you're an administrator and you're logged in, then you will notice that on your page you'll see an icon. It could be anywhere on your page depending on how your developers set things up, but in our particular case on this page our icon is in the upper right hand corner of the page. Looks like a little piece of paper with a pencil on it. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and this takes us to our editor area. Once we're in, this is really easy to do. We can change the name of our article, and then down here we can add text. So basically this works a lot like Microsoft Word. You just put your cursor where you want to put it, or where you want to write your text, and go ahead and add text. Once we add our text, we can style it. Just highlight your text, go up to the top here. We can bold, we can italicize, we can underline. We can change the font family. We can change the font size. I have to highlight it. Don't forget to do that. We can Control Z to undo everything. And then we can also add custom stylings over here by going to this drop down menu and clicking any of these custom stylings. For example, heading 2 gives us big text. We can do what's called a block quote. We can do what is called definition description. All of these have different stylings, different CSS stylings to give us some fun things to do. Lots of things to play around with. I'm actually having fun here. I haven't done this in a while. We have styles that we can add. These are a little sketchy. Some of them don't really work, but you can play around with this. I think there are a few that are interesting. Tooltip. Play around here just a little bit. Anyway, you get the idea. So let's say we want to style this up, so we're going to go with an H2 style. I'm going to hit return. I'm going to add a horizontal line below that, clicking here. I'm going to hit return again, add some more text. And then when we're done, we can just go ahead and hit save. It'll take us directly to our page, and we can see our new stuff. It says at the top that the article's been saved. Here's our new stuff. We can go back to edit if we want to. Let's say I want to make a list. Lists are kind of fun. So let's say I have multiple lines of text, and I want to turn them into a list. I will just highlight my text, go up to the editor area and find the icon that we're looking for. Now these icons all have tooltips, so if you're confused as to what they might be, you can just scroll over it and see what it does. So we're going to make this one a list. We have two lists. We have an ordered list and an unordered list. There's what an unordered list looks like. I always, if I choose not to use something, I always Control Z out of it, or hit undo to take away the tag out of the HTML, the tags out of the HTML. It's always a safe bet. Here's what an order list looks like. Just kind of fooling around now. Oh yeah, well, we can't Control Z out of that one. It's not going to let us. So, lots of things we can play with and monkey around with and have a good time with. Let's say we want to add text or add an image to our text. Basically, you'll put your cursor where you want your image to go, and we'll go up here on the bottom row. There's an icon. It's the fifth one from the left, from the right. Excuse me. This is our insert edit image button. Takes us to our image editing area. In this region here, we have a list of all the pictures and images we have already on our system that are available to us. You can basically just click one. That one's going to be too big. Basically, just click one, hit insert, and it will put our image right where we wanted it. We can scale it, play around with it. We can delete it. When selecting your picture, sometimes you have to click outside of the picture and click it again. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's put in a picture that's not already on our system. So we go back to this icon here. And let's say we want to upload our own picture into the system. So we'll go to this area here. We'll click on the upload button. We'll click add, which takes us to our computer. And let's see. Let's find a good picture to use. And we'll see that this file, tontohorizontal.jpg, is now in the queue to be uploaded. It's not uploaded yet because it has a red X. We'll just hit upload. Once we get the green circle, we can just cancel out of this, and we can click on our file and hit insert. And when working with images, it's gets a little bit tricky as we're working with some HTML, but one thing I can do to fix the way the picture relates to the text is to select the image again just by clicking on it. Go back to our image area. Up here in the properties area, we have an alignment property, and I'm going to set the alignment property of this image to left. Hit update, and now the text and the picture relate differently. I can also do the same thing. Go to the alignment property, change it to right. Now my picture goes all the way to the right hand side of the page. If I want to move the picture over, select the image, go back to the image editor, and I can put padding around the image. So let's say we want to push the image over 500 pixels to the left. So I would put a space of 500 pixels at the right side of the picture. So we have top, right, bottom, and left. I put 500 pixels at the right side of the picture, and what that does is it pushes the picture way over. So this area, this right side of the area, is a 500 pixel space that we use to push the image over. Let's put it back to where we originally had it. We had it left, and we had no padding. Now let's say I want some space between the picture and the text, so I'm going to select the picture again, and I'm going to put a padded area right here of about 10 pixels just to shove that text over. Let's go back into the image. When you're working with padding or margin, you'll just deselect this box here. And we want 10 pixels to the right of the picture. That ought to shove that text over. And there it is. That's basically how we edit an article in the front end in Joomla. When we're done, we'll hit save and we'll see our changes. I'm going to go ahead and take this styling out of here because I don't really want that on this page. This page is in dire need of an overhaul, but I'm not going to be doing that today. Take all this junk out of here and we'll go and hit save. And that is basically how we edit a Joomla article. In our next tutorial, we'll be talking more about Joomla articles, specifically editing from the back end in the administrative area, adding menu items in the administrative area, and actually adding new articles. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.